What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I made a video, and a couple new things, quite a few new corals. Still haven't been able to catch the flame angel, but he can't get to the clam, so I guess he could stay for a little bit until he drops his guard, and then I'll be able to grab him. But the clam's doing very well. I had to make a bigger cage for it because it's growing, which I honestly don't have a problem with. A couple new things. Got some Monipora. I just got those probably a week and a half ago. Keeping their color, so I guess that's a good sign. I've never actually had any, so I'm very anxious to see what it's going to look like when it does start growing. If it's going to merge together, or if one color is just going to take over. This is also a new addition, the blue tang. It's been doing really well. To be honest, if I get a new fish and it doesn't survive in my tank, I'm really not that surprised, because majority of the fish in here have been together for over 2 years, or almost 2 years. So any new addition, they pretty much all gang up on it. So if one survives and it lasts longer than, say, 2-3 months, I'm actually very happy, and most likely it'll stay in there. So as you can see, he's moving around quite a bit. And I don't think he's going anywhere, which is a good thing. So the this piece right here was actually in the corner over here. I moved it because I recently picked up this bicolor anemone for the clownfish, and it didn't take long. I barely was able to put him all the way down in the tank before the clownfish started, taking to him and nibbling on the tentacles. So he's actually very excited. This one right here, I'm not sure if I should actually remove him or keep him, whatever the case might be, because when things are put in places that he doesn't like, he tends to grab it or bite it until it's moved or until it dies. So I had a toadstool that was actually right here in this open area, this open gap, and this little hole right here, he actually goes inside. So he didn't like that it was actually overhanging on his little cave, so he started biting it. So I was able to actually remove it, and I gave it away. But then I put the bubble coral in this little spot to fill that gap. He didn't like it, so he actually picked it up completely and dropped it on the floor. So I moved it over there. But like I said, this elegance coral right here, I actually moved it, and now that it's in this position, it's actually doing really well. It's opening completely, and that's just the very tip of what it used to be. And actually, I like the way it's actually turning out. This was the elegance coral that was actually in that position before. I moved it over here, and it's actually opening up quite a bit more. I guess I had it turned in the wrong way, or it actually likes this area more. The flower pot here, I have a feeling that's my power head actually broke, so the flow that it's used to, it's not getting, so it's not actually fully expanding, and it hasn't really grown. I know they're slow growers, but I ordered the gyre pump, the ice cap gyre. They're on back order, but it should be getting here soon. A couple new pieces also, the candy cane, I have the kryptonite, and then this other purple and green. This piece here, I really like it. I really like the coloration. I don't know how well you can actually see it with the camera, but the color is actually really nice. I wanted to put it next to the other one, but the Aiken that I have on the other side, I think maybe they just don't want to be together. Who knows? The other one seems not to open all the time. So, and once again, when he moves and decides to get scared of God knows what, everything falls. So regardless if I glue it down or put clay, it falls, and that's why I'm actually considering removing them. This acro right here hasn't opened up fully as far as the little polyps that are inside. But when it does, especially when the blues are on by themselves, it looks very nice. Very nice. I don't remember the exact name of it. It's not the Mystic. It might be the Sunset. But that I'm not exactly sure. This other piece here, I don't know if you can see it. I'm not sure exactly the name of it. It's very tiny right now. It was actually given to me. It looks like it's going to have red little polyps on it. But I'm anxious to see what that actually looks like when it does get a little bit bigger. This actual mushroom right here, I found it under a rock. I completely forgot about it, and it's slowly coming back. I was able to frag the scrambled egg zoanthids and give a few pieces away because it was just growing on the sand. I actually removed this entire area and redid the entire aquascape right here. If you look at my previous video, this entire area here was completely covered in green star polyps. So at this point, I've removed all the green star polyps from my tank. Any beginners that actually start up and decide to go with the green star polyp, God bless you. Just remember, it's better to actually put it on a rock completely by itself that's not touching anything, because it will take over the entire tank and start growing over the corals. Or if you have any zoos or anything like that, it's going to kill everything. So I removed everything, redid the aquascape, and hopefully this entire top section up here will be all SPS. I'm giving it time for the rock to go through it's going to go through a whole little diatom phase and all that. It's live rock, but it wasn't in a tank when I actually purchased it. So I shouldn't say purchased, because I was able to get rid of everything that I had and you know, and all the rocks that had the green star polyp on it. And it was pretty much even trade. So I gave them at my my local fish store. I gave them everything that was there, and then they gave me all the rock that I chose. So that was actually pretty dope. Can't complain. But other than that, like I said, it's been a while since I've actually done any type of update. So far, it's been pretty good. This hammer coral kept falling. So it's going through this phase that it's not opening up. But as you can see on the very top, it's starting to come back. I don't want to touch it. I've been feeding it, and it's slowly starting to come back. As you can see, a lot of the little polyps, or the branches, or whatever you want to call them. Some are darker, some are bigger, some are thicker than the other ones. So hopefully it actually makes a comeback, so it can fill this whole area up. Like I said, my power head broke, so I'm waiting on my new gyre pump. I'm sorry, the wave maker broke. I'm waiting on the new gyre pump, so I have a feeling that once that gets here, all of this will open up a lot more, and everything will start extending a lot more, because it's not that it looks bad, but it's not what I'm used to seeing. This is doing actually very well. Can't remember the name of them at all. Completely forgot the name of them. But they're doing very well. The one in the middle continues to fall because it didn't attach itself to the rock completely before it started actually branching out and growing. And it's growing a lot. This one here, actually, since it was smaller, it had time to actually attach itself to the rock, so that's not going anywhere. Like I said, when this one over here decides that he wants to get scared and takes off, a lot of things fall. So I have to actually pick that up. Luckily, I don't have anything that's going to fall onto something else that might sting it. So if things fall, they just fall. I pick them up, and no sense in wasting any glue or anything like that, because I actually glued this down. I glued the Montes down, especially this green one here. He swam by it, and the whole thing fell. So hopefully when things start attaching themselves, they're not going to go anywhere. But let me know what you think. If anybody likes the progress, I actually bought also a Solaire wrasse. It's in the back somewhere. Randomly pops out. He's only been in here for maybe 2 days, so he's still shy. But other than that, it's doing pretty well. Nothing really going on down below. Maintaining the same look. I removed a lot of the rock that was in here. The thing is, I was saving a lot of the rock that had the green star polyp on it for other people. And I recently actually removed the entire skimmer, and cleaned the pump because it wasn't skimming the way it should, now I have absolutely no issues. I'm actually thinking about attaching a hose and putting it to a bottle where I won't have to touch it at all, and it could just keep doing its thing because it's working really well. I want to know everybody's opinion in regards to using GFO instead of using the phosphate media. What if I actually put some GFO pellets or anything in this phosphate reactor? If that, you think that'll make a difference or not. But let me know. Other than that, appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions or anything in regards to what I'm doing, what I'm dosing, leave a comment. Also subscribe. Appreciate your time, and happy Father's Day once again.